What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 coming to you with another video game review. And I'm here doing another video game review, which is Who Framed Roger Rabbit, released on the NES by LJN and Rare. And it's pretty much based off the movie, which is a classic of the same name, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which is a live action slash animated movie, and it's pretty much shared, and it's pretty much based off the book Who Censored Roger Rabbit. Now the plot of the movie is in this game where Roger Rabbit is pretty much framed for a crime that he didn't do, and Eddie Valiant was hired to pretty much try to find out what's going on with that and try to clear Roger Rabbit's name at the same time. But like, in the course of the movie, he was kind of reluctant because he hates tunes, because what happened to his brother. Anybody who's seen the movie will know what I'm talking about. Now, Who Framed Roger Rabbit is pretty much, as far as I'm aware of, the first open world game where you like travel from between LA to Toontown. There's different spots that you can travel to, like the Ink and Paint Club, the store, the Mountain Valley, and the Magic Building. Now, the only characters in the movie that shows up in this game besides Eddie Valiant and Roger Rabbit are Jessica Rabbit, Judge Doom, his flunkies, lackeys, whatever you want to call them, the Weasels, and Tom Bongo the Gorilla. Pretty much other cartoon characters that was in the movie are not in this game, mainly because they're owned by like Universal, MGM, Disney, Warner, Paramount, Columbia, Universal, yada yada yada. I do believe that it was mainly because of copyright issues. Not 100% sure about that. But when you go to the store, you can buy like different types of items, like a rattle, fish bones, meat, rattle, stuff like that. But that's the oddest thing about the store is that once you make a purchase, you have to leave the store and go back in to buy something else. And honestly, that don't make any type of sense to me, because there's no other game that I'm aware of that where once you enter into a store, buy a product, or pretty much buy an item, whatever, you have to leave and come back to buy something else. There's no other game that I can think of that really does this. You know what I'm saying? Only the LJN programmers who was working for him at the time would accomplish this feat, and it was stupid. It was a stupid thing to do. Why would they program that into this game, man? It's just outright dumb. So another thing that's pretty odd to me is that you have to buy a wallet to buy other things. Because if you look at other games where you have to buy stuff like the Pokemon franchise and the WWE games that was pretty much released on the like the GameCube, PlayStation 2, and Xbox, is that you pretty much go, if you have enough money to buy so many items, you just go in and just purchase them. Then you're on your way until you can get more money. Nah, this is another weird thing that the LJN programmers did. I mean, no other game does that either. It's just like another dumb decision on the part of the LJN programmers. I don't know why they thought they could get away with that. Just dumb. If you're like on the walking out on the streets and you find what will happen is the weasels will show up. They will chase you, and if you get caught by them, they will tell some jokes that are really cheesy and cliche, and if you ask, if you they allow you to answer the questions to the jokes, and if you use the wrong punchline, they'll do something to Roger Rabbit. I don't know what they do, but they like either punch him or shoot him or something, but you lose a life in the process. I mean, that is one of the dumbest ways to lose a life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. As I mean, other ways you can lose a life, you can die. It's like Eddie Vedder gets hit by a car, or like a vulture or I don't know. It looks like a vulture. It may be an eagle. I don't know, but it will snatch up Roger Rabbit. You can lose a life that way too. Just like this outright weird ways for you to die. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as the graphics and level design, they're pretty much okay-ish. You know what I'm saying? Not really good, but the color palette is really bland, and the graphics did not age that well necessarily. Now, the gameplay is pretty much mediocre at best, but it don't help that if you want to pick a particular item to use, you have to press and hold down a particular button for you to actually use it. Overall, I did not care for the gameplay at all. As far as the soundtrack, it's pretty generic and forgettable. It's probably the worst part of the soundtrack for Who Framed Roger Rabbit on NES. They could have used soundtrack from the movie, but of course, LJN being LJN, they used their own soundtrack, which is pretty much a head scratcher for the most part, because practically every game that they made for the NES, they got their own soundtrack for some reason, or remix it to the point where you don't even recognize it. And this is the case for Back to the Future. I would say it's not as bad as say Back to the Future or X-Men, but it is pretty bad nonetheless. I can honestly say that Who Framed Roger Rabbit on the NES could have been a really good game, but since it was given to LJN to do a video game adaptation, it's a turd fest. Now, I will only recommend this to gamers who try to collect all the NES games, or YouTubers who do Let's Plays on their channel. But other than that, everybody else should pass this one by because there's better NES games to play. As far as the score, I'm giving it a 4 because it's a complete turd fest. With that being said, if you played Who Framed Roger Rabbit, you can mention it in the comment section of the video. If you like my review of it, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button and share it. And don't forget to subscribe. This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 signing off.